Let's knock out my daily quota. Of the doo-doo map. We'll do more buried later this week. And that is why I didn't bother with entities that game. Hold on, I gotta set up the AirPods. We gotta figure out what we're watching. Where is the... Oh, there it is. Alright, let's do it. I don't even remember what round I'm on. Season 2 Battle Pass trailer. Why do I care about that?
Someone to teach his Nosferatu proper posture.
Hold on. Why? How was band? Band was amazing. Always way too short. That is the only thing. We're only allowed to rehearse for 1 hour a week because, like, you know, we don't have masks on and we need the air to recycle and whatnot. So rehearsals are all too short and all too sad when they're over. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then I hung out with some friends afterwards. So I didn't get home until like 11. At that point, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to stream. What do I play? In the marching band, I play saxophone, but I play all of the woodwinds in various ensembles. Normally, at least. Yesterday, I was playing alto sax. Do you play the triangle? Yes, I do actually. I do have a recording of me in an orchestra concert last year where I played the triangle. I'm good at the triangle. I got complimented. Like, my roommate came to that concert and he goes, "You're like really good at the triangle." And I'm like, "Thanks." He's like, "No, but like I didn't know that there was a skill involved in the triangle." He thought that I was better than the average person at triangle, if that's possible.
When was the last time you watched those raw? Absolutely worse than that.
I have to remember to highlight this and upload it. Do I think... should I just go all the way to 190 today and call it a day? And then I'll play a little more off-stream. I'm doing a movie night with my friends again tonight, so I'm gonna probably play while I'm watching the movie. And just, like, record it. 255 or no GG? It's not happening, my guy. It's not happening.
Anyone for a second helping?
What movie? We're gonna watch Weathering with you. We do movie nights every week, and we do like such a bizarre range of genres. Like every genre, every time period, every like our oldest movie is from 1940, our newest is from December. Animated movies, action movie, you know. Yeah, you can absolutely join. And last week we watched Your Name, the anime movie, right? And we figured this week, what's the... Oh my god, I got a whole list. I'll DM it to you. Let me DM it to you. We've been keeping track. We have 40 movies on the list. I have not seen your movie list. You sent me your movie list. Hold on. It's gargantuan. We keep adding to it. And what we're also doing is we're designing a massive poster that has like a poster from each movie that we've watched. And we're going to get it like printed on a big 40 by 40 poster board of 54 movie posters. I'm really excited for that. So yeah, last week we did Your Name, and by popular demand, we decided to do Weathering with You, since they kind of go hand in hand, same director and all. We've been doing this for, I think, let's see. It'll be 2 years, just about 2 years. Like literally 2 years and a week. Our first movie, our first movie was February 13th, 2019. And we've been doing it ever since. Alrighty, alright, here's my list. It's been so much fun. And it's cool because a lot of the movies that we usually do, we don't always necessarily go for the mainstream. We always like to try and pick movies that make you think, you know? The very first movie on the list, you see all the trailers and you have expectation of one thing, and then suddenly you're just completely thrown for a loop. My favorite pick on the list was White Christmas. That one was picked by me. And that one came out in 1956, if I remember correctly. The oldest movie on the list is Knute Rockne All-American. And the reason why we chose it is because it stars Ronald Reagan. And it's known as one of his most famous roles, which was really awesome. We did that like right after Biden was inaugurated, that same week. Ronald Reagan. Because I texted everyone, I was like, all right, I got a surprise pick. Just know that it stars a former president. And everyone was like, oh my God, we're going to watch this movie that features Trump. Home Alone 2, it features Trump. And I was like, nope, not Trump. We got to see young Ronald Reagan. And so we've been keeping track of some statistics. Like, as we go through, we keep track of, like, most frequent actor, most Oscars, highest Rotten Tomatoes score, lowest Rotten Tomatoes score, oldest movie, newest movie. If you have a recommendation, I'll bring it up for next week. We've been keeping track of all these statistics, and what was I gonna say? And then we're also keeping track of, so everyone that's participated in the movie night gets to pick their favorite and their least favorite from the list. And when we get it printed in poster form, we're gonna have everyone sign it. We're trying to think of other stats to keep track of. Because we have like oldest by release date, newest by release date, highest score, lowest score, most Oscars, most frequent actor. We were trying to think of what other categories would be good. We have longest length. The longest movie on the list is Tenet at 2 hours 30 minutes. The shortest on the list is Bruno at 1 hour 22. Oh man. Oh, you do ratings too. damn. Oh, wait. Oh my God. How many movies? 427? What? And then 2 watch. Oh my God. Any movies that are on my list that are not on yours, you should add. Or most of them. Some of them were pretty bad. Because we all take everyone in my group, we all take turns picking movies. Fewest actors? Fewest actors. I gotta think. What movie on that list, on my list, has the fewest actors? Well, here's the question. What counts as an actor? Because Impractical Jokers, the movie, is on my list, and there are only 5 actors. There's the 4 Jokers and then Paula Abdul. And everyone else is just a real person that got pranked. Do they count as actors? Also, Borat. Borat's on the list. There's only 2 actors in that movie. Everyone else is just fake. Or everyone else is just real people. Bruno only has 2 actors. Oh yeah, Irishman is ridiculously long. What's your oldest movie? What is the oldest movie by release date? I might, if you don't mind, I'm gonna send your list to my friends. Just be like, guys, check this out. We also have a list of like genres we want to cover that we haven't done enough of. The oldest is The Last Laugh, 1924. Damn, you beat our oldest at 1940. So we need like a Western film. We haven't done one of those yet. We want to do a 100% Rotten Tomatoes film. We want to do a silent film. Awesome. And we also want to do we want to watch a rated X film. So we were literally sitting, we're like, what genres do we need to cover? And we're like, oh yeah, let's watch porn. We need porn that you watch for the plot. We don't have any Westerns. We need porn that you watch for the plot.
If I don't find more bullets, my battling butler days are over.
Oh, I ran out of ammo. It do not matter. The Artist, what's it about? And also, why is it silent but not actually silent? Either or. Like, if you have a good suggestion for either one, I'll take it. I thought Blazing Saddles would be a decent pick. Wow, that was round. How long have I on the I can't even think. This strategy makes me absolutely brain dead. How did I go from Buried to Black Ops 4? I took my second down on Buried and then quit. And then I unplugged my HDMI cable from my console and I plugged it into my PlayStation, or from my Xbox, and I plugged it into my PlayStation. Hold on, I'm gonna send this to my... we have a Discord server that we just made. For our movie nights. Yeah, okay, so... IMDb for ratings, Rotten Tomatoes is trash. It is trash, but it's like, it's popular too. You know? Because I think, you know, when the general public thinks of ratings, they immediately gravitate towards Rotten Tomatoes. Even though their ratings are trash, we knew that they were trash. And the reason for that is, on that list... Actually, I'll ask you this. Look at the list, and to the best of your ability, without looking it up, tell me which movie you think has the highest Rotten Tomatoes score. Because we were really surprised and almost disappointed at the movie that did actually have the highest score. Maybe we'll keep track of both. Probably La La Land? Close, but not quite.
I swear, you ruined my one suit. Let's take care not to bring down the house.
The highest Rotten Tomatoes score. Here's the thing. We realized that we wanted to start keeping track of statistics. So we're going through the list, like, checking every movie to see which had the highest score, right? And we found two movies with a 97%. Those were Monty Python and the Holy Grail and Airplane. Both of those had 97%. And we looked at all of the movies that we hadn't checked yet, and we're like, there's no way any movie can beat 97%. And we stopped looking. We were like, yeah, there's no way all the rest of these movies. And the next day, my friend texted me. He's like, you'll never fucking believe it. I'm like, what? He's like, guess which movie has a 98%? The Babadook. The fucking Babadook. I cannot comprehend how The Babadook beats every other movie on that list. Even a Pixar movie had a lower score than that. The Babadook is a 98%. Yeah, I said, I was surprised, because we were like, yeah, the movie was good, not 98% good. Like, we rated it like 85, 90, not 98%.
A contender proves
Dubbed out,
worthy.
how's it going, man?
What saith
Thank you for the
their
raid.
God?
How was your stream? Speakies, thanks for the follow.
Shatter their will.
I have no idea. Like, I was disappointed. So that's why we're trying to purposely pick a 100% rated film. Do you think you could have a guess at... That sounds about accurate to me. I'd say 6.8. Because it's not a bad film.
Shatter their will.
Chaos Basilisk, thanks for the follow. How's it going? Do you think you can guess from the list which one has the lowest score? I mean, if you haven't seen a lot of the movies, it might be tough, but...
Fresh ammo. Ooh.
I think it's different because it's not your typical horror movie. I think some of the most popular horror movies are built with the entire intention of just jump scaring you. Like Insidious, which has... how many movies are in the Insidious franchise? I remember seeing Insidious 3 a bunch of years ago when it was in theaters. And the whole movie had no plot. It was just jump scare after jump scare after jump scare. And it wasn't even scary. And it's like so ridiculously high rated. But the Babadook is interesting because the whole moral of the story is that the enemy, the Babadook itself, doesn't actually go away. It's a play on mental health. You know, it's supposed to be the representation of, oh, when you're dealing with a mental illness, if you ignore it and try to hide it, it's going to come and haunt your life. But if you accept it and treat it with care, then it won't bother you. Just like they show at the end of the movie, the Babadook doesn't go away, but as long as they treat it with care and take care of it, it won't bother them. That's why it has a deeper meaning to it. That's why it was a good movie night pick for us, because we hadn't really done many horror movies prior to that. I don't think we did any at all, honestly. And I said, oh, it's got a good theme. It's not just shitty jump scares. We did watch The Tree of Life. I wasn't a fan of it. I thought it was mid. I thought it was okay. The other people I watched it with were huge fans. I thought the soundtrack was really good. But that's partially because most of the soundtrack is like, it's not written for the movie. It's all old composers. Like the whole a big portion of the soundtrack is Smetana's The Moldau, and I like it for that reason, because I like Smetana. But that's, you know, that's just some composer from 300 years ago. That's not a movie soundtrack. Even the trailer had that song.
I have to confess, that feels good.
What's your number one of all time? Because believe it or not, my favorite movie of all time is White Christmas. Because I saw trailers for it, right? I knew that I wanted to do a really old musical style movie. By the way, I don't know if you could tell, I actually just killed a werewolf right there. It didn't even bother me. The lowest Rotten Tomatoes score is Let's Go to Prison, which was suggested by my friend Gary, who is notorious for having really shitty picks. But I knew what White Christmas was all about. I'd heard of the movie before. I watched the trailers and I was like, this is exactly what I'm looking for. We haven't done a really old movie like that. Oh yeah, Gary is notorious for bad picks. Weirdly enough, he's the one that picked Airplane because he wants to be a pilot. He's obsessed with planes. Literally half of his movies feature planes in some capacity. The only movie that didn't feature a plane actually was filmed at a theme park that's right near my house, which is also right near the college that he used to go to. And he was upset. He literally, the whole movie was just sitting there going, yep, I lived right across the street from there. That's where my college was. And I'm like, that's great, Gary. I live 2 minutes from there. That's where my house is. I don't know if I could say it on stream, but... But he picked Airplane, which I didn't think would have a 97%, but apparently it did, and he nearly won. He nearly picked the lowest rated movie and the highest rated movie, and then somehow Babadook came in to take the cake, which I was really surprised about. But yeah, I picked White Christmas intentionally, having never seen the movie, but knowing what it was about and knowing that it would be something that I like. And we watched it together, and I immediately fell in love with it, and it is still my favorite movie to date. And then we watched La La Land right before that. It was kind of the contrast of La La Land being a modern day musical film, you know, and White Christmas being an old-timey 50s musical film with Bing Crosby and all that.
Let's take care not to bring down the house.
We were also thinking of doing, like, instead of a movie night, do a short, like, replace one movie night with a short film. The Lighthouse is actually my least favorite on the list. I thought that it was just really annoying, and like I couldn't stand anything about it. I picked The Lighthouse as my least favorite. I hated the characters. I didn't quite appreciate the plot. I thought that the way that they filmed it was really annoying. Like, I hate that they made it look like an old-timey film, even though it came out like what, 2 years ago, a year ago. I don't even remember. It's confusing. It's confusing. It's so annoying to watch. It looks like it was made 100 years ago. And I know that it was intentional, but I just thought that it was annoying. I just thought that that was uncomfortable for me. Because movies made 100 years ago look and sound better than it. I was just miserable the whole time we were watching it. I was like, I can't be bothered with this movie. Did I watch it with subtitles? I don't believe I did. We did not. Yeah, not to my memory, we did not. That probably would have been more helpful for the plot, because it was like, it's the style. Movies 100 years ago, they just have a way of talking, and that's what they were trying to imitate. But it's uncomfortable seeing modern day actors do that. I don't like seeing Willem Dafoe in a movie that came out in 1910. If you're deaf, is the movie theater just somewhere you'd never go? Like, because you can't get subtitle. Do movie theaters have subtitle options? How does that work? I'm sure they have subtitles. Oh yeah, I know. Like, it was meant to be the period. I just found it annoying. I just thought that the way they did it was really annoying. I don't know if I can pick my favorite horror movie. I'm a big fan of The Purge, but I don't know if I would say that's my favorite. Because I think The Purge has a cool concept. Like, you know, they have different viewing. Oh, okay. It's not my favorite, but like, I think the thing with The Purge is that the second movie should have been the first movie. The first Purge was the worst one in the series. And by the first Purge, I mean the literal first one that released, not the fourth movie, which was called The First Purge. Which, I don't know why they decided to do that. The second one was definitely the best. Oh, look, there's another round. You do have to get me on some good horror movies. Because I don't watch enough. I have not seen that. I don't watch enough horror movies. That's the problem. Because I feel like I never watch those by myself. Not because I'm scared, but it's because, like, I don't know. I feel like a majority of horror movies aren't really about the plot. It's just about scaring you. And if I'm alone just watching a horror movie, I either want to watch it for the plot or I don't want to watch it at all because I'm not scared. So it's just an hour and a half of... like, just watching them try to scare me. I need a horror movie that is good plot. I'll have to write that down. Let me write that down now. There's also other horror movies that are kind of funny, like what's the one movie called where it's like kind of a comedy horror movie? I've never actually seen it, but I've seen, or it's a series, but I've never seen it. I've just seen like scenes. Dr. Phil was in one of them. There's like a whole scene where Dr. Phil and I think Shaq were locked up and they had to cut their leg off. What's the name of it? Interestingly, the street that I live on is actually haunted. I'm not gonna say what street I live on, but like, just take my word for it. If you want to DM me privately and ask, then but take my word for it that there are YouTube videos of people walking like up my street and just screaming about ghosts for like an hour. And if you go on Wikipedia on like the list of haunted roads in the United States, my street is on there. All right.
Anyone for a second helping? I wouldn't give to hear that voice say, maximum ammunition.
Let's do this.
Weapon goes frightfully light.
New title.
I have to confess, that feels good. I think I remember you. You were just as unpleasant when you were alive. Fresh ammo soon.
Why am I at 0 Winter's Wail?
That felt good. Absolutely worth the mess. If I don't find more bullets, my battling butler days are over.
Quit taking away my Winter's Wail. I'm curious to know if I've actually been getting a werewolf every round and I just haven't realized it. Because literally last round I watched a werewolf stand right in front of me and just die without me moving. And I haven't seen a werewolf in like 15 rounds prior to that.
Fresh ammo.
Whoa, a fire sale. That's new. Wait a minute, you didn't restart for perfect box? What?
Absolutely worth the mess. I wouldn't give to hear that voice say, maximum ammunition. Ostentatious, perhaps? Effective? Oh, yes. No one ever respects the helping? Down to my last push. Best mate come. Let's take care not to bring down the house. My weapon goes frightfully light.
I think the audio and video are out of sync. Do I care? Do I care enough to restart the stream and fix... Ah! I figured out the problem. So here's the thing, right? When I started the stream, I was on my Xbox, right? And when I started the stream, I was on my Xbox, and I realized that I had all my settings set to PlayStation, which normally desyncs the audio. And I was like, fuck, it's going to desync the audio. And then it didn't desync the audio. So I was like, okay. So now I put it back into the PlayStation without stopping the stream, with it still in the PlayStation settings, thinking, all right, it should be fine because it's on the PlayStation settings. No, it doesn't have to do with the settings. It has to do with the fact that it was synced to the Xbox, and then I desynced it when I put it in the PlayStation. And now the question is, do I restart the stream just to fix the audio? Or do I say fuck it because this whole game is just fuck it? I'm just gonna say fuck it, if that's cool with you guys. Unless you insist that I restart the stream to fix the audio. Yeah. Because I don't even think it matters. What if I just mute the game audio? And you just listen to me? That'd be cool too.
Don't find more bullets. My battling butler days are over. I really have to watch my back. No one.
Okay, wonderful. So, you have to tell me, I mean, to the best of your ability, from the list I gave you, how many of those movies have you not seen? Because from those, I can give you great recommendations, and I can tell you which movies to avoid. Or at the very least, which ones are not on your list in general, on your plan to watch or have already watched.
I have to confess, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, truth be told, the audio doesn't really matter that much. I'm gonna have it fixed for next stream, of course, but it doesn't matter that much because the only thing that matters is my voice. If it's desynced with my voice, then I can't react, right? That's, you know, like, if I go down, I'm gonna react earlier than it actually happens, but that doesn't matter because I'm not gonna go down. I'm actually not doing anything. I've been not looking at the screen in a while.
Ostentatious, perhaps? Effective? Oh, yes. Master Alistair spoke of a sheltered vampire named Arakok. Are these meant to be his offspring? Unclean parasite. That's enough out of you. I need fresh ammo soon.
Oh, so you haven't seen a lot of them. Let's see. So I think if I had to pick one movie from the list that you should definitely watch, then I would probably go with, You've seen Whiplash, Killing of a Sacred Deer, Monty Python, Lighthouse, Tree of Life, Snowpiercer, Tenet, Babadook, Your Name. Well, okay, to bounce off of Your Name, you should see Weathering with You, because those go hand in hand. But I think you should watch... You haven't even seen, like, Borat? If I had to pick one movie that is an absolute must-watch, I would say The Big Lebowski.
Anyone for a second help?
The Big Lebowski is a cult classic. Borat, I'm surprised you haven't seen Borat, because I feel like, especially with Borat 2 recently, that was like a big thing that happened, you know? It's such a cult classic because, like, when the movie first came out, it actually originally flopped, and it was like college kids and people our age that just kind of saw the movie and said, "No, this is really good," and now there's a cult following behind it, even to this day. Jeff Bridges made a video a little under a year ago in character as the dude, the main character, saying, "Yo guys, wear a mask." Because people still love the movie to this day. It's like the quintessential college kid movie. Yeah, absolute cult classic. Great movie.
Maximum ammunition. Even a butler has his limits. Absolutely worth the mess.
I don't know why. I'm so out of the mindset of this game. I literally looked at my screen and almost pulled out my specialist. Because I was just like, oh, I think I just wanted to tag your totem mode. I was like, oh, specialist ready, better pull it out. Gotta make it interesting. Should I pull it out?
My weapon goes frightfully light.
Was that interesting enough for you?
Please, I can't serve you all at once.
Look how quickly it charges, because literally that's the third time I've used it all game. Wow! I did the thing! I didn't look at the floor! And error. I wouldn't complain if I errored right now. I would complain if I errored on 419, but I wouldn't complain if I errored right now.
Let's take care not to bring down the house. I wouldn't give you that voice thing. Maximum ammunition.
We were thinking of replacing a movie night, like instead of doing one movie on a given night, doing a short film night. And just watching like 3 or 4 short films. I had originally suggested, I don't know if you've heard of the films World of Tomorrow, or World of Tomorrow 2, or World of Tomorrow 3. I was thinking if we were watching all 3 of those in one sitting. I was thinking making one night out of watching all 3 of the World of Tomorrow films. Because those are really interesting. And they're good. They won a bunch of awards.
Here, and I'll fetch more reserves. Fresh ammo soon.
You should watch World of Tomorrow if you haven't seen it. The 3rd one just came out like 5 or 4 months ago. And it's interesting. It's a unique perspective on a potential idea of what the future could be like.
If I don't find more bullets, my battling fantasy is over. Ostentatious, perhaps? Effective? Oh, yes.
When did I? Yes, February 11th. I don't think it's going to end up being the longest game ever. I have no idea what's been up with Daybreak's game. I'm led to believe he's still on the same round, or maybe on 1 round higher. He's like bored of that map. He's done. Which is surprising, because this isn't even as bad as this. But like, by the time this finishes, I wouldn't be surprised if he's still going or whatever. It might not even be the longest game of all time. He really has to. I know he's been screwed. He hasn't really been able to record much of it because of an update, right? Because like, you know how when the PS4 updates, you can't stream using the native PS4 thing. And that's why he doesn't have any recordings or streams of it, but like he's got to give something. You know? He's got to do He's literally been doing it just by clipping it using the share button on the PS4. He needs to buy a capture card. Exactly. Exactly. I think at that point, and he's held world records before. This isn't his first major record, so you'd think you want to get the highest quality recording you can get to some degree.
Ostentatious, perhaps? Effective? Oh, yes.
That's why I got my capture card originally, because I realized that I was getting better and I wanted to record it in the event that I got a record.
I wouldn't give to hear that voice say, nice and
Then 9 months later I got tagged or Toten. Actually, I don't know the timing on that. Because this is my second capture card.
That unkind mortal, it's my battling butler days are over. Let's take care not to bring down the house.
I know. It's his best, but maybe he couldn't be bothered to get the capture card just because he cares so little about the game anyway, you know? He's really putting everything in his real life first. He's got school, he's got work, he's like, yeah, and he's bored. He doesn't want to keep playing it. I don't think he's gonna quit, but a small part of me is curious if he wants to quit. If he wants to just give up, because he already crushed the record. Not only did he crush the record, he crushed the regular record too. So, you know, if he quit, nobody's gonna beat him for a little while.
Absolutely worth the mess.
That record would last a very long time, especially just because hardcore is harder, you know,
Ladies and gentlemen,
to a degree. Not harder if you have insta-kill rounds every round, but
down to my last few bullets. Let's make them count. Anyone for a second helping? My weapon goes frightfully light.
I think I'll go to 190 today, and then I will call it a day. I have to highlight it. I'm a little behind on exporting to my YouTube the gameplay. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do montage wise. Like, do I make a montage or do I just kind of be like, yeah, no, I got 60 days. It's fine. I have up to 156 on my YouTube, so I'm not that far behind. But like the last 3 streams. Do I make a montage? What do I make a montage of? It's not like I can do downs. It's not like I can do... I'm on 187. I didn't even realize I was on 186. It's Fritos time. Like, I don't even think it would be interesting to make a montage of, oh, here's some cool music. Yes, you can link something. I don't know. Let me permit you. I don't know if, there you go. Oh, I already know what this is gonna be, don't I? Is this the map where you just knife over and over again? Wait, what? What? What is going on? Jesus. I should just make that the whole montage. The first 30 seconds, I should make the whole montage. Just upload that, and that'll be the whole thing. That would take so long. Like, I think the longest part would be to go through and find all 400 round transitions and clip every single one. That would be ridiculous. You forget one thing. Even if I start now, it would save me a lot of the work later on. Oh my god. Even if I start now, it would save me a lot of the work later on, but you remember, I still have to clip 187 transitions already that I haven't clipped yet. Even if I start clipping every transition that happens after this.
I think I remember you. feels good.
This will be, it's, I mean, I keep speaking in future tense, or like what's it called? I keep speaking in the pluperfect tense, and really I should be speaking in the present tense and saying that this is awful, not that this will be awful. This has been awful, and it is going to continue to be awful.
Let's take care not to bring down the house. I wouldn't give to hear that voice say, maximum ammunition. That's how I handled that chap at the boarding school. Ostentatious, perhaps? Effective? Oh, yes. Fresh ammo.
Alright, I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you for the movie suggestions as well.
When was the last time you watched those filthy claws?
If you ever want to come to a movie night, let me know. I'll see if I can get you invited. Because it is with like in-person friends, but like, I'll let you tag along. The whole friend group revolves around me, obviously. Because I'm popular. So I get to do what I want.
I don't find more good
That's
advice,
awesome.
but the days are over.
Yeah, you got it. Alright, good luck in class, friend. I probably won't be here when you get back. When you're done, because I want to just do like 2 more rounds more. That's it. I'm so done with this map.
Absolutely worth the mess. fresh ammo soon. Heavens, that felt good. I wouldn't give to hear that voice say, maximum ammunition. Ostentatious, perhaps? Effective? Oh, yes. My weapon goes frightfully light. My weapon goes frightfully light. Let's take care not to bring down the house. I need fresh ammo soon. I think I remember you. You were just as unpleasant when you were alive. Anyone for a second helping? Down to my last few bullets. Best start counting. I have to confess, that feels good. If I don't find more bullets, my battling butler days are over.
How long are my fucking rounds?
Is it petty to hit back 10 times harder? They call me petty. Ostentatious, perhaps? Effective? Oh, yes. more appetizing things to eat than me. Absolutely worth the mess. Fresh ammo soon. Must take care not to bring down the house. My weapon goes frightfully light.
I kind of want to stop right now instead of playing 2 more rounds. I don't know. What should I do? What should I do? I want to go eat dinner and then maybe come back. Yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you later.